So when it comes to teaching your infant sign language, what are some tips for parents listening? So do you show them first? Do you move their hand so they understand the movement? What are kind of some tips there?
The first thing that you would do is you would show them the sign and you would say the word. So you're always going to say the word when you're introducing the sign. And even when you've already introduced it many times, you're still always going to say the word, because this is done to decrease frustration. It's not being taught to replace verbal language. So you're always going to say the word, and you're still going to want to make them say the word as well when they can. You don't just want to sign, hey, do you want your, you want to say, hey, do you want your milk? Because you want them to be able to sign it, but you still want to say the word because you're a speaking person, so you want to be able to say the word. And so you show it to them, you say the word, and then you follow through with whatever it is. So if you're asking them if they want their milk, usually if you're introducing the sign, it's going to be around the time that it's time for their milk. So you want to ask them, hey, do you want your milk? I'm going to give you your milk now. And you bring it to them, or however you want to, if you're nursing or if it's a bottle, you follow through with whatever you're doing. The same thing as if you're doing all done, you want to start off with, I don't necessarily recommend starting off with meals and saying all done, because they're going to tell you they're all done if they're not feeling the food, or, you don't want to start off with that, because you want to be able to follow through. So if they say they're all done and you continue to give them their food, that's going to show them that my sign is meaningless. I'm not getting what I want. So maybe when you start with all done, you start with like toys and activities. So like, okay, we're all done. We're going to clean up your toys now, and then move on to a different activity. But so show the sign, say the word, and then make sure you follow through with what you're doing so that you can show them what it actually means.
You talk about 0 to 3 years is a good time to kind of implement this. When it comes to, teaching sign to a baby that's, 4 months versus 2.5, would you teach them differently, or would you start with different words, or is it kind of all the same?
No, I would definitely start off with the most important ones. If you're teaching a baby, I would start off with those most important ones. If you're teaching a 2.5-year-old, I would definitely still start with those most important ones. And since every child is unique and you're the mom or you're the dad, you know your child best. So you want to really do signs that are the most important, the things that are the most important to them. So you want to do those, more and all done and eat, obviously, because those are the necessities. But then you want to teach them the things that are most important. Like, for example, if the 2.5-year-old has a car that they love, a toy car, you can teach them the sign for car, or if they have a teddy bear that they love, or if they go to sleep with a specific blanket, you can teach them those signs. The signs that are important to them that that they want to request, but maybe if they're a nonverbal 2.5-year-old or they're speech delayed, you can teach them those signs that that they want to request those things, so that it can decrease their frustration.
So someone's listening to this and they're like, I want to, get started. What are the best ways? And you kind of mentioned those most important words. So the best ways for them to kind of start slowly instilling sign language into their daily life.
I recommend doing it through routines. In my course, I talk about routines that you do every single day that you can implement the signs in. And so, for example, mealtime is definitely a routine, and it's a routine that we all do every single day. We do it multiple times a day. So that's a good time to start teaching signs like more, all done, eat, drink. You can teach those during mealtime. Another routine that you do every single day is the bedtime routine. So during that routine is when you can teach them bedtime signs. You can incorporate more, all done, all of those signs into the bedtime routine as well. You also have the bath time routine where you can teach signs like more, all done. You can teach, if they have different toys that they put into the bathtub, you can teach them those signs. So I recommend starting during routine, doing it during the routines, and not just randomly. Of course, if you're outside and you want to ask them if they want more of something, implement it and be repetitive all the time. But when you're just starting out, during the routines is the best time to start.
And to kind of go along with that, this might be the same question, or very similar, but especially for teaching your children something new can kind of be overwhelming at first. So what are your tips just for parents to like keep on with it as they're kind of going through the process, like tips for them to, you know, encourage this new way of communicating?
So definitely just be motivated about it, be repetitive and be consistent, and know that it's for a good cause and there are a lot of benefits to it. And don't give up, don't get discouraged. You know, for the parent, if you're not seeing the signing back, don't get discouraged. It's, you know, it's takes a little longer for some kids, but they're definitely absorbing it and they're taking it in. So it's definitely beneficial. So that's, you know, just the motivating factor of it. Like, stay motivated. You'll do it. You're doing great. If you're starting it, you've already done what you need to do, and just keep going. And the most important thing is to be consistent and repetitive. Like, if you want a child to learn new words, you have to be repetitive with it. That's the only way that they're going to learn the new word, right? They need to be exposed to it multiple times in order to learn it. So be repetitive, you know, during meal times, pick a couple of signs. You know, don't overwhelm yourself. People always ask me, is my child going to be overwhelmed if I start teaching them too many signs? Babies are not going to be overwhelmed. Their brain is like a sponge. They can take in anything at that age. 0 to 3, it's a sponge. They're absorbing everything. What I say is, do what doesn't overwhelm you as the parent. So if you want to pick 4 signs to work on initially, pick 4. If you want to pick 3, you want to pick even 1, do what doesn't overwhelm you as the parent, but stay motivated and don't get discouraged.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And I love all of the benefits that, you know, can
Yeah.
come from it. I think that's awesome because I think so many times, you know, it's hard to know exactly what your baby wants, especially, you know, in those first few months. How long do you think it usually takes kids, or do you typically see for them to pick up a couple signs?
About 6 to 12 weeks from the introduction of the sign is when they should pick it up, as long as you're being consistent with it. 6 to 12 weeks. Of course, some are going to be quicker, and also depends on the age. So I say 6 to 12 weeks is if you start with, you know, around a 4 or 5 month old, since they can start signing back around 6 to 7 months, that's about, you know, 6 to 12 weeks from the introduction. But if you start with an older child, it might be a little bit faster, you know, depending on at what age you start and what they're taking in and how quickly they're absorbing it.